Hi, friend. Welcome to the Divinely Aligned channel. I'm Courtney, and I'm here today to give you some peace of mind. At least that's what I'm hoping to do. The reason I showed up today is because I have been having a lot of the same messages from clients, from friends, from people in my reality over the last 48 hours. And there's been a very common theme of everyone feeling overwhelmed, off, confused, kind of the main things coming through in different ways. And so I also have been feeling this to the point where yesterday I think I cried more than I didn't. And not because anything was wrong. My life is amazing and I love every minute of it, but I'm also human. And yesterday just felt like a lot. There was a lot coming through, a lot of ideas, a lot of overwhelm, a lot of things I felt my human feels like I need to be doing and figuring out. And then the divine part of me just wants to be right and believe in everything that we're doing. But it was this really strong in my face battle the last couple of days. And I know I'm not alone because you guys reach out to me. So I wanted to come on for anyone else that's feeling this to know that they're not alone either and to explain a little bit of what is going on. And this is all what I'm channeling through from the divine, from my highest self. So just take what resonates for you, what helps you feel hopefully just a little bit freer, a little bit clearer, a little bit more peaceful. Um, so in case you don't know, if you're here hearing this, then you are here to be awake and aware and conscious and live in the now, which is all that ever exists. But the more conscious, the more awake, the more aware we are, the more that we are accepting and living as the true version of us, the more that we are being who we want to be, the more overwhelming it can be because we tap into this infinite wealth of divinity, of creativity, of magic and miracles. And when you start to see that and you see all the ways that you want to be, that you could be, that you could help others, that you could do whatever it is that you want to do, we don't know where to start. And our human wants to take over, and we want to go into that ego and try and manipulate and create based in our preferences, based in what we want to get, right? What we want to receive. The abundance of money, love, validation, approval, whatever it is for you that you're currently seeking and searching for, you'll start to shape and create the downloads that you're getting around that. So what I'm trying to say here is the more powerful you allow yourself to be, the more you see your light and your truth, you will have these moments, these days, these times where you feel this overwhelm, like it's just too much and you don't know what to do. And maybe you're like I was yesterday and you just kind of want to know a little less, right? You want to be a little less awake, a little less conscious, a little less aware. And fun fact, we don't get to be. We can never go back. We're never going to forget the more and more we wake up. But that doesn't mean that we don't get to be human. And that's something I'm really passionate about bringing through because I think that it's a space that can really, or it's a thing that can really burn us out when we're here to be light workers, way showers, channels, psychics, healers, however you want to label it, is that the more awake and the more aware we are, the more tapped in and tuned in, the more we're living the magic, the more that we're living the work and not just doing the work. When you start to actually live it, everything becomes so magical that you can feel that overwhelm of just not knowing what direction to go because there's so many things, and you maybe have tapped in and tuned into a lot of inspiration. Maybe you're starting to see and feel yourself inspiring others or activating and awakening things in others. People are wanting more from you when it comes to whatever your gifts are. And you are still human, so you're going to slip into this needing to know, how do I figure out how to do this so that I can pay my bills? How do I figure out how to do this so it's the most blissful and peaceful for me? How do I do this so that it doesn't create chaos or burnout or whatever it is. And again, there we are, back in the mind. Back in the mind. So I'm here today to give you permission to do your best to not be there. And the reason this is coming through so loud right now is because of all of the cosmic energy that is at play. There's a lot awakening within us of the things that we're here to express. And the higher you are in your ascension journey, and by higher I don't mean like better, then it's just a higher level of consciousness. The higher your consciousness is, the more you're going to be seeing, because the veil is becoming thinner and thinner. And those of us that are here to live in the new earth, in the 5D frequency consciously, knowing that it is all love and light, that we are here to ignite and inspire and create in this reality through being ourselves. The more that we know that, the more that our human does freak out, because that's a really big role and job to play. And when we clue in to the fact that we are the ones who have to figure it out, right? When I spent a lot of time in the 40, the place and space of like fixing and problem solving and doing the work and hiring the healers and the mentors and doing the retreats and doing all the things, and also being someone that people hired. And just by doing that, we felt good about ourselves, right? But we were putting our reality and our awakening in someone else's hands. There's a time in the process where that feels good, but now we're at a time where those of us that are here to be leaders in the new earth, where we have to fully, completely take responsibility, where we're the only ones that can know the way, we're the only ones that can know what we're here to do. And it's tricky. Like, I've tried everything to avoid being this and needing to get on a mic and share every day, but it's what feels the best because it feels the most aligned and authentic for me, but it's also incredibly uncomfortable because it's so vulnerable. And I have daily vulnerability hangovers. I have daily thoughts about if I should have shared that or what I could have said differently or blah, 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 all the insecurities, because I am still human. But I am consciously choosing to live as the way shower that I know I'm here to be. And when we are here to be way showers, we only do that through being our sacred frequency, through being the expression and energy that we are here to be. And maybe I keep saying the same thing, but I'm just letting whatever's meant to come through come through. I knew I had to get on here and hopefully help you just feel a little bit less alone. You are not the only one that feels overwhelmed, that feels like you don't know where to begin. Maybe in some ways you don't know where to end things. Maybe in some ways you just don't know at all. You just feel completely lost. If you feel lost, if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel off, it is only because you're trying to be somewhere else. Because if you are here in the now, the answers are clear. So for me, yesterday, my answer was loud and clear. I was trying to force creating things. I was trying to force figuring things out. I was trying to force a lot of things. And then frustrated with myself because I know better. And then asking for clarity, confirmation, nothing was coming. And I knew loud and clear what I needed to do, which was to just chill, to just not, to just allow myself to take a day off from the creating, from the talking, from the sharing, from the everything, and just be with myself. And that's what I needed. I needed to just stand still in the frequency and energy that was currently at play and enjoy where I was at and not seek and search for more. Because if more was meant to be there, more clarity, more creativity, more inspiration, it would be there. And as soon as we stop trying to make things different than they are, as soon as we stop trying to force inspiration and creation, we actually end up creating more, because just you being you and doing what you want to do and being in the frequency and energy that feels right for you is creating more than you can ever imagine. Because by me just letting myself off the hook and seeing then the pattern that was at play and all the messages I was receiving from everyone else, it gave me a lot of clarity and a lot of inspiration, but I was instead trying to look for it in other ways. I hope this is making sense for you and giving you some kind of peace of mind. I'm trusting that whenever you're hearing this, it is divinely aligned and right on time. And all you need to know is that you don't get to know. You don't get to know before you get there. You need to stop making your ideas and your thoughts and your beliefs bother you. Because if you in any way, like I was yesterday and had to call myself out and I'm doing it again, if you're stressed, if you're overwhelmed, most likely it's because you're thinking about the future. You're thinking about the way you need to do certain things so that you can receive certain things, or so that certain things will work out in a certain way, right? We get so caught up in trying to make things in the future a certain way by being a certain way now. But what we really need to do is just be here and be who we are, because this is all that exists. And the more moments that you are present for, the more moments that you are conscious for, the more life you are consciously living, and the more conscious and awake and aware we are, the more power we have. And we are the ones that need to be in the power of creating our reality. No matter what is going on for you right now, allow yourself to just see and feel and perceive it as magic. Because it is. It's magic that you're here breathing and believing and seeing and experiencing and expressing yourself however you are. But know that you get to choose. You get to choose what you do. And moment to moment, it's not that complicated. What complicates it is trying to be where we aren't, is trying to be 10 steps ahead of ourselves, is trying to figure things out before we know. You will know what you need to do when you need to do it for the things that you have dreams and desires for. There's nothing wrong with having goals and to-do lists, but they need to be based in your dreams. Our dreams are the things in us that don't leave us. They're the things, the callings, the desires that we coded into us for this journey to help lead us to where we're meant to be, which is living a life beyond our wildest dreams. So your dreams sometimes will take setting goals, setting intentions, planning, but you will know. You will know because it feels right, it feels good, and it feels true for you. But whatever you're here to do is something that you haven't done before, that no one else is doing. And for you to really enjoy it, you have to live it. The universe, the divine, will support and reward you, will compensate you for living as you want to. And the more that you live as you want to, the more divinely you will be compensated and rewarded, and the more you will see your dreams and desires become your reality. But we have to stop thinking and frustrating ourselves with feeling like we need to know anything before we know it. You know what you need to know, and you always will know what you need to know when you need to know it. It's that easy. Okay. Hopefully, this gave you whatever you needed to hear today. Whenever you're hearing it, just know that you aren't alone. You planned this for a reason. Just relax and allow the present moment to reveal to you your divinity through what excites and ignites you. Okay. Love you.